Set up an overlay for your breaks. I have to get used to these angles for sure. How do I share? Let's see. Still trying to figure out YouTube. Trust and believe. I will get to the bottom of it. I will figure it. Still going to do this live today because I definitely want it to be posted on the podcast. So, if you are new to me, I am Mama Trey, and I teach you how to reverse your ailments simply by eating according to your genetics. All four blood types have a totally different they have a totally different gut microbiome. Eat the same foods. Okay. This is what's at the root of the problem. I know there are a lot of people that say, oh, there's no science behind this, that, and the other, but when did y'all ever require science behind anything? Nobody ever sat and researched anything before trying it, right? Hi, Maggie. No one ever sat back and read books before doing it. You just dove in and figured it out as you went along. For some reason, there is something about this way of eating that people immediately go, what's the science? What's the science? The bottom line is this. The foods that you love the most is what's at the root of your ailments. Okay? That's the truth. And unfortunately, not everybody likes the truth. So when you think about all of the foods that you love, how often you eat the foods that you love, how often you eat the foods that you love, you will be able to reverse engineer this and get to the foundation of the problem. Okay? What makes eating according to blood type so amazing to me? Because it was definitely something that changed my life, literally saved my life. Welcome, everyone. Share the live, okay? Completely turned my health around. I was literally suffering with the worst menopause, the worst anemia, just inflamed from head to toe. I was at the point of just completely giving up. And this is when I was 50. Okay, I'm 56 now, just turned 56. Okay, I was suffering from head to toe pain. Okay, I had gotten to the point where I had to wear compression socks and Skechers shoes. I know you guys love Skechers, but I'm a Nike and Adidas girl. I had never had a pair of Skechers in my entire life. I mean, the shoes that I was wearing, my sister said looked like adult stride rights. Okay, and they did, but my ankles were swollen. Everything was just bad. And it seemed like I just went from being in good health to being in bad health literally overnight. And I was in my bed one day trying to get out of the bed, and I was just riddled with pain. And I said to God, I said, I can't do this. If this is the way the rest of my life is going to be, then call me home to glory. I'm ready to go. That's where I was with it, because I'm a firm believer in what's the purpose of living if you're living in pain? What is the point of living if you're living on prescription drugs every day and you're still in pain? Nothing is improving. Nothing is getting better. And right then and there, I heard the voice that said, eat for your blood type. Now, I read the book back in 1992. And I thought it was an interesting concept. I thought, that kind of makes sense. But I never put any action behind it. And at that point, I went on Amazon, ordered the book. The book came the next day. And I looked at the avoid foods list. Now, I'm a blood type AB. Okay. My son is a blood type B. He was also suffering shoulder pain. He was going to physical therapy for his knees. He could not even rotate his shoulder around all the way. Just acne, man boobs, the whole shebang. And I looked at the avoids list and I read, about blood type AB and blood type B. And at the root of our problems was chicken. That was the main thing. Okay. So the day I got the book, I started that day. The next day I woke up, I had already lost 2 pounds of inflammation overnight. Okay. By my third day, I had lost 6 pounds. I mean, it was visible. And as a matter of fact, I will repost the video because I ran across it the other day. You could literally visibly see how much inflammation had left my face. When you look at my before and after pictures of when I was in my full-blown illness in my 30s and early 40s, which was sarcoidosis and asthma, my face was completely different. And you don't really understand how much inflammation can distort your looks. Okay. So sometimes when people see me, they're like, that you don't even look like the same person. I just had inflammation all in my eyelids. My nose was different. Everything was just different. And all I needed to know was what I'm doing is working. So by that third day, I felt better. I had less pain. And that is what encouraged me to keep going. So here I am now in my third year of eating according to my blood type. And I'm never going to go back to chicken. I'm never going to go back to the things that I was eating before, because my body has shown me that it appreciates what it is that I'm doing for it. And my body is happy. Okay. I have to have, oh, that's super cute. Thank you. In order for you to function properly, you have to have a good relationship with your own body. And a lot of people don't. You're spending a lot of your time and a lot of your energy working against your own body. And that is the number one way of stressing yourself out. And stress just exacerbates everything. If you could learn to go with the flow of your own system, go with the flow of your own genetics, that is literally half the battle. And that is what eating according to your blood type is. Imagine if you had had an instruction booklet, or your parents had had an instruction booklet from the day you were born. They knew exactly what to feed you. They knew exactly what to avoid. You would never be experiencing all of this inflammation, all of this pain, any of these diseases that have been triggered. We do not, contrary to popular belief, hand down diseases from generation to generation. What we hand down is bad habits. What we hand down is traditions. What we hand down are cultures. Okay. And those habits and traditions and cultures is literally what is slowly but surely poisoning us all. Okay. So when you start eating according to your blood type, immediately you're going to start feeling better. It's like no other thing that has ever existed. Because imagine living in your body all this time and you have not reciprocated what it is that your body does for you. Imagine being in a relationship with someone and you just give and give and give. Hey, welcome, sis. You just give and give and give, and they do not reciprocate. They do not give back to you. That is what it's like being in your body every day. And your body does exactly what it is you want it to do. It's doing more than you've ever asked it to do. And you are not giving it the basics. You're not giving it enough rest. You're not giving it enough water. You're not giving it enough sunlight. You're not giving it enough, of the right foods. And you're not giving it enough exercise. Okay. Those are the 5 basic things that your body requires. And it just seems like people pay more attention to what it is their car needs more than they do their body. Okay. So I want you to put your blood type in the comments. The very first common ailment that we're going to talk about is high blood pressure, because so many people are suffering from high blood pressure and they really don't know why. And guess who's not telling you why? Your doctor. Why would your doctor tell you how to cure your high blood pressure? What is the incentive for your doctor to fix your high blood pressure? What is the incentive for any doctor to fix you? I need y'all to get in these comments. I need y'all to tap the screen so that I know you're here. Let's make it lively around here. That's the only difference between being over here and being on TikTok. Even if I had to deal with crazy people sometimes, it was still more fun than just sitting here with no music. Y'all know how I am about that. And y'all not commenting. So share the live, tap the screen, okay? If you have high blood pressure, put it in the comments. Y'all can also do me a favor and share this on your TikTok so people know where to find me. The only bad part about them shutting me down without me knowing anything about it is I have no way of getting in contact with those 187,000 people to tell them where I am now. That is literally my only regret. I need to look into my emails. I'll look into my emails later. And because I think a lot of people have subscribed to my link tree and all that stuff. I can go live on TikTok, but I'm not going live on TikTok because they closed down my main account, which had 187,000 people. Okay. They do not want me giving y'all this information. So freedom of speech is not free. So the account that I do have only has 20,000 people. So I'm tired of rebuilding on TikTok. I'll just build here. And this is apparently, people that aren't on TikTok can see me here, because there are a lot of people said that they have family and friends that would like to learn about this stuff, but they don't have a TikTok account or they don't have an Instagram account. So, but I think what I'm going to do is, Jordy was telling me yesterday about this service where you can stream to several different platforms at the same time. So I'm probably going to set that up so I can stream here, TikTok and Instagram at the same time through this one camera, instead of having several different cameras going on at once. So I'll set that up later. Still working. Hi. Share the live. Share that I'm over here on your TikTok. If you guys can help me out with that, that would be awesome. Okay. So the reason that you guys have high blood pressure is because you're eating carbohydrates. That's what it is. Okay. They do not want you that the cause of and then you know what cracks me up is that we learn from hearing. A lot of people will say, well, I heard if I do such and such, it'll help lower my blood pressure. Or well, I heard that if I do this, that, and the other, it'll lower my blood pressure. Right? The thing is, the stuff that's out there, the information that's floating around is actually making your situation worse. What is the number one thing you hear that will help lower your blood pressure? Put it in the comments. What's the number one thing that you've heard on the street that will help you to lower your blood pressure? Put it in the comments. Y'all know what it is. No salt. No salt. Do you know that you not eating any salt makes your blood pressure higher? You not eating salt makes your blood pressure even higher. So here y'all are walking around, your blood pressure's high. Now you done started cooking all your food with no salt on it because you're thinking this is what's going to keep my blood pressure regulated. What actually would have kept your blood pressure regulated was you eating some salt, because you having some salt actually helps to regulate the fluid in your kidneys. Okay. Oh, interesting thing. Y'all want me to read y'all? Y'all know I always got some tea. You know, I always got some tea. So I typed into Chat GTP today. The question that I typed into Chat GTP, because I asked Chat GTP all kinds of questions, medical questions and things like that. So how does the APOL1 gene affect people of African descent? Check this out. Remember I told you guys about the APOL1 gene that affects your kidneys. Okay. I'm going to double this back to the high blood pressure because it is associated. Okay. The APOL1 gene has been associated with an increased risk of certain kidney diseases, particularly among individuals of African descent. Variants of the APOL1 gene, specifically two risk alleles, G1 and G2, are found at a higher frequency in people of African ancestry. These variants are thought to provide some protection against African sleeping sickness caused by the parasite Trypanosoma bursi, which may explain their prevalence in populations where the disease is epidemic. However, these same variants have been linked to an increased susceptibility to kidney diseases, including focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, FSGS, if you are familiar with it, and hypertension attributed kidney disease. Studies have shown that individuals carrying these risk alleles are at a significantly higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease and end-stage renal disease. The mechanisms by which the APOL1 variants contribute to kidney disease are still being researched, but they are believed to affect kidney podocytes, which are cells critical for kidney filtration, and may lead to inflammation and damage to kidney tissues. Overall, while APOL1 variants may confer a historical advantage against certain infectious diseases, they also pose significant health risks for kidney disease, highlighting the complex interplay between genetics, ancestry, and disease susceptibility. Hey, Wendy. Look at that. So let's tie all these things together, shall we? People of African descent. And if we go back in time, that would also include blood type O's, because blood type O's originate in Africa. So whether you are black or white, Puerto Rican or Haitian, okay, you could possibly still have this APOL1 gene. Now, disproportionately, African Americans suffer more with kidney disease. We are literally on dialysis 4-1. Okay. You're not going to see a renal clinic in a white neighborhood. You just don't see it. Okay. We are disproportionately at the top. Thank you. We are disproportionately at the top of the kidney replacement list. We have more chronic kidney disease than all other races in America. Okay. So then you go to the doctor with this high blood pressure. You've been eating all these carbohydrates. Let me tell you the process. You've been eating all of these carbohydrates. All those carbohydrates turn into sugar in your body. Okay. So now your glucose is high. That then triggers more insulin to be poured into your bloodstream. Once insulin is released into your bloodstream, it has to be used up or it's just swimming around there causing destruction. Okay. So now you have all of this insulin in your bloodstream. That insulin just swimming around doing nothing now causes your arteries and your veins to constrict. When your arteries and your veins constrict, that's what puts pressure on your heart. And that is what sends your blood pressure up. So at the root of your high blood pressure, it is your consumption of foods that turn into sugar in your body. That's fruits, that's vegetables, that's regular sugar, that's grains, that's rice. And I know you're saying to yourself, well, what am I supposed to eat? Listen, before our government started pushing all of these grains on us, we were eating meat and vegetables. Okay? In the 60s, you were eating beef and vegetables. There were no side dishes. There was no macaroni and cheese. There were no potatoes sitting next to your steak. Okay? You were eating some greens and some beef. You were eating a salad. Okay? We have gotten so far away from eating whole foods that this is why we have such an epidemic of illness in this country. Literally 70% of all Americans is on at least one prescription drug. Okay? That's insane. Okay? So if you are blood type O, I'm going to go over all of the foods that, as a matter of fact, I'm going to start with blood type A because we started with blood type O yesterday. Okay? I'll start with blood type A today. Blood type O, sometimes it's hard for me to go out of order because I'm a process person. But just to be fair, we did just do O yesterday. So today we'll start with A. Okay? Make sure you guys share the live. I don't even know how that works on YouTube. Okay? Let me see. There are these buttons down here. I don't know what this means. What does this mean? Show your support. Engage your audience. How do I do that? Ooh, start a poll. Okay. Start a question and answer period. Okay. All right. Let's see what this says. Okay. So, as a blood type O, this also would apply to blood type B. But this is going to be for everybody. Okay? This is just my opinion. My opinions come from reading everything I can get my hands on. Okay? My research reports on the National Institutes of Health. Okay? I understand that this book has a lot of information, but this book is for dieting. This book is for weight loss. If you want to reverse your ailments, you're going to have to take it a step further than just this book. Okay? Because this book, if you're just looking, you'll be eating stuff that will help you to lose weight, but it will not improve your health at all. So that's great that you've lost 20 pounds, but you're still diabetic. What's the point of that? Okay? I would much rather you be 20 pounds heavier and you're no longer a diabetic. But that's just me. Okay? The number one thing everyone should stop eating is wheat. An immediate inflammation. Okay? Our bodies are not set up to consume all of these grains. Okay? At the root of all of our problems is that we are overloading our bodies with sugar. I need y'all to tap the screen. Let me see what this goal thing is over here. Y'all learning just like I'm learning. Pick a goal. Okay. Super chat. It says, set a goal to engage your audience in a new way once you reach the goal. Okay. Well, how do I do it? Let's do this. All right. 15 super chats. I don't know what this thing is. Okay. Well, how do I start it? Oh, I see. I'll get to that another day. Okay. The number one thing that happens is you're going to become inflamed. Yes, oats are grains, and oats are actually more dangerous than wheat. Okay. Let me tell you why. Let me deviate a little bit. Rocket your blood sugar. So let's say you started your day with oats. Okay. that means you have started your day all wrong. Because what's going to happen is your blood sugar shoots up very quickly. By 10 o'clock, your blood sugar is going to plummet. Now you feel like you need a nap. So now you're going to go grab, hey, Sylvia, now you're going to go grab some caffeinated drink. Then lunchtime comes along. By lunchtime, you're starving. Okay? So you're going to go and grab some wheat-based food. By 2 o'clock, your blood sugar is going to be down again. Okay? Then you're going to reach for another caffeinated drink just to carry you over to 5 o'clock when you get off work. By 5 o'clock, you're starving again. So basically, starting your day with oats, number one, will cause you to overeat because nobody needs to eat 3 meals a day. Like, when does your body have time to even digest anything? Number two, just by you skyrocketing your blood sugar and causing it to, your blood sugar is going to be like this all day. Body feels like it's starving at this point. So starting your day off with grains sets you up for a downfall. For the rest of the day, your day is ruined. Think about everything that y'all eat for breakfast. Right. Because no one's eating bacon and eggs anymore because they done told y'all that bacon and eggs was bad. Okay? Bacon is bad. And eggs now cost you an arm and a leg. But even before breakfast was invented by an advertising agency, I don't know why I keep saying that my connection is unstable. Can you guys see me? Tap the screen and let me know. Can you guys still see me? Tell me something. Tap, 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 tap. Let me know if you're here. Okay, good. Breakfast was invented by an advertising agency to sell you pork products. Did y'all know that? Breakfast was invented to sell you pork products. So you got your sausage, you got your bacon, okay? It's freezing a lot. What do y'all think I should do about that? Hold on. I'm also going to go, let me make sure. Hold on. I'm wondering if that'll help. iPad. So maybe that'll help with the connection a little bit better. If not, I'm also going to start a live on Instagram. Okay. So breakfast was a contrived thing. It was not something like people were not eating breakfast. People were getting up and having a cup of coffee and going on with their day. They created breakfast in order to sell you sausage and bacon. Then as time progressed, they started selling you cereals because they had to make use of all of these grains that America was growing. Okay. But breakfast simply means break fast. So no matter what time of day, whatever your first meal is, it means you are breaking your fast. Okay. We have all been programmed. You have lunchtime, you have dinner time. Okay. And that's how we have lived our lives for decades. So I understand it's a hard habit to break. I get it. But first and foremost, nobody needs that much food. Because by the time you eat your first meal, 4 hours later, you're eating a second meal. So that means you are eating in a fed state. You are already fed. So now imagine you are working in a cubicle and you got a pile of papers on your desk and you're just making it through that pile of papers. And then somebody comes and puts another pile of papers on your desk. So now you're trying to make your way through this pile of papers. You get it down to a nice bearable size, and someone comes and puts another pile of papers on your desk. That's your body. Your body's like, whoa, I'm just still trying to work through breakfast. And these people tell us that we need to have 3 meals a day plus 2 snacks. When does your body have time to recover, to heal, and to rest? When do your organs have an opportunity to rest? When y'all hear somebody say that somebody's experiencing organ failure, what comes to mind? When somebody says there's organ failure, you have overworked your organs. Even while you are asleep, your organs are still at work. Okay? So you want to talk about stress? That's stressful. Okay? That's very stressful. Imagine just working your whole life with no vacation. How's that work? You'd be pissed. That's how your body feels. And trust and believe, your body is never going to reward you for bad behavior. If you're dealing with aches and pains and all those things, those are consequences of your choices. I'm going to go ahead and start this live on Instagram because I need to hit as many things as I can. Okay? So the number one thing that happens when you consume wheat. Hold on, I need to adjust this. The number one thing that happens when you consume wheat is a violent inflammation in your intestines. So you, just by consuming wheat, are causing your intestines to be swollen. I'm also over on YouTube, guys. Okay. The number 2 thing that happens when you consume wheat is it slows down your metabolism. How many of y'all have a slow, sluggish metabolism? You just feel tired all the time. You wake up in the morning tired. Put in the comments. Our metabolism is run by hormones. Okay? Our metabolism is run by hormones. Those hormones convert our food into energy to be used as fuel. Well, when you consume wheat, the lectins from the wheat interfere with that process. And now that turns the food into sugar and stores it as fat in your body. Okay? The number 3 thing that happens, and these are the dangerous things. Okay? These are the dangerous things. The number 3 thing that happens is it blocks your body from absorbing minerals and nutrients from other foods. When you consume, it stops your body from absorbing vital minerals and nutrients from other foods. So now you're walking around with mineral deficiencies. Do you know that mineral deficiencies is at the root of mental illness? Did you know that? Can you guys share the live? So now you have depression, anxiety. When was anybody depressed in the 70s and 80s or even the 90s? When was anybody anxious? When was anybody anxious in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s? Even the 2000s. Okay? Do y'all know that 50% of the country is clinically depressed? Clinically. That means 50% of all Americans is on a prescription drug for depression. Which is nuts. So your bipolarism, your schizophrenia, your autism, Because now all of a sudden everybody's on the spectrum. Everybody's on the autism spectrum now. Have y'all noticed that? Everybody and their mama is autistic. Who did you know that was autistic in the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s? Who? So your ADHD, your hyperactivity, who had ADHD? Who? Now everybody's kids have hyperactivity and ADHD all of a sudden. Think about the stuff that y'all eat most often. All of your breakfast food is wheat. Your pancakes, your Pop-Tarts, okay? Your French toast, all of your cereals. Everything that y'all eat for breakfast is wheat. Just about everything that y'all eat for lunch is wheat. Just about everything that y'all eat for dinner is wheat. We went from being a meat-eating society to a processed food, grain-eating society. And we now have the illnesses to prove that. Okay? Because most of these common illnesses that people are suffering from come directly from grain consumption. The fourth thing that happens when you consume wheat is it converts your happy hormones, dopamine and serotonin, into anger and aggression hormones, which is norepinephrine and noradrenaline. So you love a sandwich. You're Italian, you're eating pasta all the time, but you just cannot understand why you sad and depressed, angry and aggressive. You don't know where all of this anger and this depression is coming from. Your pasta eating. That's where it's coming from. It is difficult to wrap your mind around the fact that food has the ability to do this to you. But something that was never taught to us or told to us is the fact that every single thing that we eat affects our hormones. The center of the body's universe is literally in your gut. Your gut is more powerful than your brain at this point. Okay? We were never taught. Seeds and nuts are another one that we're not supposed to be eating a bunch of seeds and nuts. Okay? All the stuff that has been pushed on y'all by these hoteps and this vegan lifestyle and this plant-based lifestyle are all the things. The reason that diets are even created is to sell surplus food. Okay? The reason that diets are created is to sell products. Period. Okay? Every diet that's on the market, except this one, is to sell food or to sell products associated with it. So when someone says, well, what are your thoughts on carnivore diet? If you're not the right blood type, none of these diets are going to work. First of all, diets are temporary things. Y'all go from one diet to another diet to another diet, which just shows that you're more focused on your weight than you are your actual health. Okay? If you are a blood type A, which is what we're talking about right now, there's no way you could go on a carnivore diet. The carnivore diet would literally kill you. Okay? Because your ass is going to end up with stomach cancer or colon cancer, and then you're going to blame it on the red meat when in fact you were never supposed to eat red meat to begin with. So the rumors about, oh, red meat gives you cancer, it does if you're the wrong blood type. That's the missing link. If you are the wrong blood type, it is going to trigger illness in your body. If you are the right blood type, you're going to have massive results. The problem with the carnivore diet, which is the same problem with Atkins, which is the same problem with paleo, that we've had the carnivore diet for decades. Okay? The carnivore diet is no different than Atkins, is no different than paleo. Okay? It's all the same. What was the other one? It wasn't called carnivore a minute ago. But I remember back in 2017, it was another meat eating diet. It wasn't called carnivore, though. It was called something else. But it's all the same diet. It's all Atkins. And the reason why some people have such success on it is because 55% of the US population is a meat eating population. So those are the people that are going to have great results. The other 45% are not going to have any results. They're going to be worse. You're welcome. Yay! That makes me happy. Someone on Instagram said that eating for her blood type helped her to reverse her pre-diabetes. That's what I'm here for, ma'am. That's all I care about. Okay. So nuts and seeds is another one. Y'all have to be very careful because a lot of nuts and seeds also have mold on them. You can go look it up. I don't have to make up none of this stuff. Okay. But as a blood type A, which is what we're starting off with today, blood type A has the weakest immune system, the weakest cardiovascular system, and you guys, and you guys are predisposed to diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers. Okay? The reason you guys have so much trouble, okay, and the reason you have these deficiencies, because you're literally the complete opposite of blood type O. Blood type O has the strongest immune system, the strongest cardiovascular system. Okay? Y'all are the opposite. And the reason that you have these issues that you have as a blood type A is because you do not have enough stomach acid to break down animal proteins and foods that are high in saturated fats. Whereas blood type O has an overabundance of stomach acid. So they can break down animal protein and foods that are high in saturated fats. So as a blood type A, you cannot have no red meat, no organ meat, no crustaceans, no pork, no shellfish. Y'all can't have it. Y'all cannot have it. You also cannot have tropical oils because tropical oils are very high in saturated fats. Hey, Lourdes. Tropical oils are very high in saturated fats. Tropical oil is avocado oil, coconut oil, palm kernel oil. Your body cannot break these oils down. If your body cannot break these foods down, where do you think it goes? If your body cannot break these foods down, where does the food go? Put your answer in the comments. Where does it go? Because your body definitely can't poop it out. It cannot poop out half processed food. It cannot. So this is why blood type A is more susceptible to stomach cancer than all the other blood types. Y'all have more stomach cancer and more colon cancer than everyone else because you are literally walking around with a bunch of putrefied food in your stomach that has no way of digesting. Okay? That's the issue. So you also cannot have no industrial oils. Industrial oils is corn oil, soybean oil, canola oil, grapeseed, rapeseed, all those common oils you guys are using. Did y'all know that Crisco? Do y'all know what oil Crisco is? Do y'all know what oil Crisco is? Let me know if y'all know what Crisco is. I'm sharing the live. No. Do you know what it's made from? Cottonseed oil. Yes, ma'am. Crisco. That's literally an acronym Crisco is an acronym for crystallized cottonseed oil. Everybody and their mama had a can of Crisco on the stove, not knowing that we were eating cottonseed oil. Let me tell y'all something. America don't waste nothing. America will repurpose every little runoff from every little thing. All of these oils are runoffs. Okay? Yeah, both of them are in stock now, Evelyn. Everything is a runoff of oil. Okay? All of your prescription drugs are made from petroleum, which is a runoff of oil. All of these industrial oils are runoffs from oil. They are going to find a way to sell us something. They do not give a damn what it does to our bodies. They do not care. Okay? Because they know they're going to make money off you being sick. So it's a win-win for them. It is a win-win for them. Okay? So as a blood type A, you also cannot have no dairy. That also applies to blood type O. You guys put your blood types in the comments. Put your blood type in the comment. Let me know who I'm talking to today. Yes, you can. It's my pleasure, sir. You can reverse that because you weren't born with it. So if you weren't born with it, you can fix it. Of course, your doctor's not going to tell you that. Right? Good. Listen up. You're right on time. So for you type A's, that's what we're talking about right now. You don't know your blood type? If you do not know your blood type, go to Amazon and get the Eldon blood typing kit. It'll cost you like $10. When we first started this, it was only like $7. I think it's probably up to like 10 now. Okay? But you'll find out in 5 minutes what your blood type is. Okay? So if you don't know your blood type, this is the most basic information about your body. And of course, your doctor's not going to tell you that. You don't think the body can break what down? Break what down? It depends on your blood type, whether or not something can break down in your body or not, because all 4 blood types have a different gut microbiome. That means we all have different levels of stomach acid. It means we all have different levels of digestive enzymes and types, and we all have different levels of bacteria and different types of bacteria. So we're not all the same. Okay? Blood type O's have an overabundance of stomach acid, which means you guys can break down animal protein and foods that are high in saturated fats. Whereas you cannot tolerate carbohydrates at all. Olive oil is, yes, olive oil is good for everybody. Olive oil is good for everybody. And then, you know, that's a lie. Everyone should take digestive enzymes, but especially blood type A. Blood type O should take them too, because blood type A has more digestive enzymes than blood type O. Okay? Digestive enzymes breaks down fruits and vegetables. It is stomach acid that breaks down animal protein. Okay? So if you don't have a lot of digestive enzymes like blood type O, you should not be eating a whole bunch of vegetables. And I know we've all been programmed to eat these fruits and vegetables. These fruits and vegetables are very poisonous to our bodies. A lot of fruits and vegetables that you guys consume are literally poisoning you. Perfect example is potatoes. Okay? So as a blood type O, you guys cannot tolerate all of those carbohydrates. Your body cannot tolerate sugar at all. So if you want to know what's at the root of blood type O's any of their situations, is sugar. And that applies to all of us, but blood type O especially. Okay. But blood type A has higher levels of digestive enzymes, but very little stomach acid. That's why blood type A cannot break down animal proteins and foods that are high in saturated fats. Okay. So neither blood type A nor blood type O can have dairy food. That's literally 86% of the US population. 86% of the US population was to never consume dairy. Why do you think dairy has been pushed on us? Why has it been pushed on us? No, nobody should have been eating no cottonseed oil. You're welcome. But yes, you should be, everybody should be on digestive enzymes. Everybody should be on probiotics and prebiotics. Okay? Because our entire gut runs on biotics. What is an antibiotic? Nobody ever thinks to break this word down. Okay? Our entire gut runs on biotics. When you go to the doctor because you have some infection, they're giving you an antibiotic, which literally means it's killing off all of the biotics in your gut. Biotics literally is what protects our body from infections and things. So it takes you 6 to 7 months to build that biotic back up in your system after taking an antibiotic. It kills everything. Hi. This is also why a lot of people end up with like yeast infections after taking antibiotics, because you've literally destroyed any protection that your body has at that point. Okay. 86% of the US population is to never have dairy food. The only reason that y'all are consuming dairy foods is because it's been marketed to you. Those marketing campaigns have been very, very successful. Okay. There's a difference between cow's milk and goat's milk. Okay. Cow's milk is the problem. Okay. Cow's milk is the problem. Yeah, you can have beef patties for breakfast. You can have a hamburger patty. So the reason that milk, again, they're not going to let something just sit there and not be sold. So they came up with all of these advertising campaigns. Got milk, milk does a body good, milk mustaches on the stars, all of that, to push this milk on us, right? The first thing that milk is sugar. Lactose is sugar. I know they made y'all believe that lactose was the dairy part of the milk, and they came up with an entire industry. Lactaid makes billions of dollars, but basically that's just sugar-free milk. You can't have dairy at all. Okay? It creates bad bacteria in your gut. That bad bacteria is what's triggering most of the common ailments y'all are dealing with. Yes, I did. With that new stuff that I got off TikTok Shop. Yeah, in the dining room. Not the hallway though. You can bring. Yeah. So the dairy food for blood type A makes your blood thick. First of all, blood type A has the thickest blood of all the blood types. This is why you guys are so prone to heart disease. Blood type A has more heart disease than all the other blood types. Okay. Let me tell you a little story about blood type A's. Let me tell you a little story. The way blood type A's body is set up, okay, y'all have a steady stream of cortisol in your blood all day, every day. A steady stream of a stress hormone in your bloodstream all day, every day. Miss Evelyn, are you a blood type O or a blood type A? So how many of you blood type A's just feel stressed and anxious every day? Every day, you just feel stressed and anxious. This also applies to blood type B because blood type A and blood type B have the same fight or flight setup. Blood type AB and blood type O, we have the same fight or flight setup. Okay. Blood type A, B, and O, we have a higher, I don't know how to phrase this. We have a more intense response to stress, but we don't stay stressed all the time. Okay. So because of that stress, you're releasing even more cortisol into your bloodstream. Let me tell you why this is wreaking havoc. The underlying problem for blood type A is that your body is protein malnourished. Okay. Even though you eat proteins, because you do not have enough stomach acid to break down the proteins, your body is not able to absorb the minerals and the nutrients from the proteins. So not only are you wasting your deficient of minerals, okay? So your cortisol is high. When your cortisol is high, it also makes your blood sugar high. Blood type A can literally trigger diabetes from stress. It's called stress-induced diabetes. Okay? So now your blood sugar, which is your glucose, is high. Your cortisol is high. When both of those hormones are high, the body requires even more minerals to bring those two hormones back into balance. When you are not giving your body the right foods that it can extract those minerals from, then your body has to suck minerals out of your teeth and your bones. I'll let you sit on that for a second. Your body, in a need to survive, is going to suck minerals out of your bones and your teeth. This is how y'all end up with osteoporosis, osteopenia, osteoarthritis. You got weak teeth, you got gum disease, you done had to have a knee replacement surgery, you had to have a hip replacement surgery. Why do y'all think people have to get hip replacements and knee replacements and shit? Because your body has sucked so many minerals out of your bones. Now you got low bone density, and there's no amount of calcium in the world that's going to help you. So your doctor tells you just take a calcium supplement. There's no pill or prescription or supplement that is going to help you if you are continuing to eat the foods that hurt you. You are literally working against your healing. Does that make sense? It's like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back every day. So this is why your body can never heal up, because you're not giving it any support in the healing process. Support in the healing process is the right food, the right amount of rest, sunlight, exercise. Okay? If you're not supporting your body with its healing, it's not going to heal up. So another thing that's very interesting about blood type A, how many of you guys have high blood pressure? How many of y'all have high blood pressure? As a blood type A, this is really dangerous for y'all. You already have super thick blood. Okay? Blood type O has the thinnest blood, meaning blood type O's could get into a car accident and die from bleeding out because their blood hardly clots. It's the complete opposite for A. You guys clot very quickly. So that means blood clots, pulmonary embolisms, DVTs, strokes, heart attacks. That's very prevalent for blood type A's because you already have naturally thick blood. Then there are foods that make your blood even thicker. Okay? As far as your blood pressure, if you are eating carbohydrates turn into sugar in your body. It turns into glucose. Remember, you guys are already predisposed to diabetes. Okay? You're eating carbs. It's turning into glucose. Your cortisol also makes your glucose high. The carbs are making your glucose high as well. Okay? So you got high blood sugar now. Your body has to release more insulin. Your body has to release more insulin into your bloodstream. If that insulin's not being used up, and the reason that the insulin's not being used up is because your body is now resistant to the insulin, not your body. The way it works is if the insulin is released from your pancreas, that insulin is supposed to go into your red blood cells. If your red blood cells are already full of insulin, which they are, there's no more room for insulin in your red blood cells. So now you're insulin resistant. Insulin resistance is what is at the root of your high blood pressure. It has never been salt that made your blood pressure high. It's always, since the dawn of time, been sugar. It's always been sugar. So now you got all of this insulin in your bloodstream. That insulin in your bloodstream causes your arteries and your veins to constrict. So your arteries and your veins are getting smaller and smaller. Why is this so dangerous for blood type A's? Because you already have thick blood. So you got this thick blood trying to squeak through these shrunken arteries and veins. That is a recipe for blood clots. That is a recipe for heart attacks. Y'all have more heart attacks than all the other blood types. And then you naturally have this thick blood, but then there are foods that you eat that make your blood even thicker. You know what that is? The number one thing is vinegar. I saw a lady yesterday talking about she drinks vinegar every morning to lower her blood pressure. First of all, vinegar is made from corn. The second thing that no one should be eating ever is corn. In no shape, way, or form. Y'all already the first people to say corn is GMO, corn doesn't digest in my body, blah, blah, blah. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the most diabolical way they get you to consume corn. The most diabolical way they get us to consume corn is high fructose corn syrup. Second way is regular corn syrup. The third way is vinegar. White distilled vinegar is made from corn. Do you know what corn does in the body? Corn stops your body's ability to make insulin. The same insulin that regulates your high blood pressure, your body no longer has the ability to make it when you are consuming corn. Guess what another way is for y'all to consume corn? Liquor. Most of the liquors on the market are made from corn. All the brown liquor is made from corn, and most of the white liquors are made from corn. Now, maybe you guys can see why we have such an epidemic of diabetes in this country. Do you know that 50% of Hispanics are diabetic? Y'all might want to share these lives with somebody whose life can be saved with this information. You already know the answer to that. Popcorn is definitely not good. Okay? Vinegar is in every condiment in your house. Ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, all of your salad dressings, barbecue sauce, your hot sauce, your Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A is literally the worst condiment on the market because it's got 3 different types of vinegar, high fructose corn syrup and regular corn syrup. And then each little packet of that Polynesian sauce is 250 calories. And y'all don't just be eating 1 pack of the Polynesian sauce. Y'all dipping every French fry in the Polynesian sauce. You're putting it all over your little chicken sandwich that was fried in soybean oil. You know what else is made from vinegar? Your pickles, your olives, your relish. Vinegar. So now, how would you like to know that you got blood clots because you like condiments? How would you like to know that you got blood clots in your lungs now because you drink Hennessy every Friday after work at the happy hour? How would you like to know that? You know what else makes your blood thick? And this is going to wow you all. I wish we had more people on these lives. I do, but I can't cave into TikTok. I can't. I want to. It's like a crackhead. However, I'm not going to. You're not going to get a chance to ban another one of my accounts. Listen to this. You know what else makes your blood thick? Oranges. Oranges and orange juice is bad for every single person walking on the face of this earth. Ask yourself why it is that you think orange juice is so great. Why y'all think orange juice is so great? Every time you drink it, you get heartburn or acid reflux. Why y'all think orange juice is so great? The reason that you think orange juice is so great is simply because they told you it was. They told you you need to drink it because this is how you get your vitamin C. You don't want to get scurvy, right? Do you know that the oranges that they sell you in America are not even fresh? Oranges are not even orange. Real oranges are green. They're green on the outside and orange on the inside. Y'all probably have never even had a real orange. Every orange that they're selling you in America is rotten. It is overripe. It is ripe when it's green. So your entire life, you've been drinking rotten oranges. And then you wonder why it creates bad bacteria in everyone's gut. Everyone. Not only does it create bad bacteria in your gut, but as a blood type A, which makes up 42% of the US population, it's making your blood thick, which makes you prone to blood clots and DVTs. Yeah, but you know, there's so many other things that have vitamin C, actually more vitamin C than oranges. Lemons, for example. Lemons have way more vitamin C in it than oranges do. But they saw these orange things, these green things hanging from a tree, and they said, we can make some money from this. It doesn't matter what it does to your body. They don't care. Because eventually you're going to end up at the doctor and you're going to end up on some prescription drugs. Win-win. You know what else makes your blood thick? Dairy foods as a blood type A. You like cheese. You like kefir. You like Greek yogurt. And then you're wondering why you have blood clots and DVTs. You're wondering. I don't understand. I eat healthy. When people say I eat healthy, it doesn't matter what they eat if they're not eating according to their genetics. Healthy for who? Who's it healthy for? I hear a lot of people say I eat healthy. What does that exactly mean? Healthy is subjective. There's no across the board definition for healthy. Okay? There isn't. Because what's healthy to you is going to be the devil to somebody else. You know what else makes your blood thick? Liquor. Liquor makes your blood thicker. So I don't know where they came up with this liquor thins out your blood rumor, but that's not true. Okay? Maybe it was a blood type O person that made that up because blood type O's already have naturally thin blood. But how would you know that it thins your blood out? It actually does the opposite. Not my liquor, anything but my Casamigos. And then y'all go to bottomless mimosas and you're drinking liquor and orange juice. And then you wondering why you didn't have a heart attack today. There's also an ingredient that's in your almond milk called guar gum that makes your blood thick also. Could you imagine getting blood clots because you like to drink almond milk? Now let's get to the really sad part. What's creating all this bad bacteria in your gut? This is the part of the program when people start to flip out. Just prepare yourselves. Prepare your emotions for what I'm about to tell you. Okay? If you have any of these ailments, I want you to put it in the comments. Alopecia, endometriosis, IBS, IBD, urinary tract infections, yeast infections, COPD, thyroid issues, all of your skin problems, acne, psoriasis, plaque psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, dandruff, vitiligo, H. pylori, staph, E. coli. If you have any of those, put it in the comments. Hi. Well, I'm back. But I'm also on YouTube, so if you have any of those ailments, put it in the comments. I'm about to tell you why you have those ailments. Okay? The number one reason you have those ailments is because you eat potatoes. Blood type A cannot ever eat potatoes. Ever. None of them. Not no color, not no type, not no nationality. None. You want to know why your hair is falling out? Because you like French fries. You want to know why you have endometriosis and had to have a hysterectomy? Because you like sweet potatoes. Blood type O can never have potatoes, ma'am. The number one thing y'all should cut out of your diet is potatoes immediately. Potatoes will kill you. Literally. Because they're part of the nightshade family. The nightshade family of vegetables is a class of vegetables that immediately release a phytotoxin into your bloodstream. So what y'all have to understand is plants are living things. Not just these plants are living. The plants that y'all eat are alive. You feel awful after eating them. Exactly. Because your body tells you whether or not what you ate was great or not 15 to 30 minutes after you eat it. So everyone that consumes a potato is going to trigger inflammation in your body. And the reason is all whole foods have lectins. Lectins are just little small proteins in all whole foods. Vegetables, seeds, and legumes, nuts, have more lectins than all other foods. Those lectins come in contact with our blood, and then it causes a chemical reaction to happen in the body. If the chemical reaction is negative, which in a lot of cases it is, the first thing is going to happen is it's going to trigger inflammation in your body. Simply because inflammation is one of the body's defense mechanisms. So it causes all of your organs to swell. What is the largest organ on the body? Put it in the comments. What is the largest organ on the body? Good. Your skin. So the minute you eat something that your body deems as a threat, it's going to swell. That swelling protects your organs. The second defense mechanism that your body has is mucus production. Okay? Mucus protects the immune system. Inflammation protects the organs. Okay? So anytime you eat something that doesn't go with your blood, because you can think about it like food allergies. The way that y'all think about food allergies is hives, you're breaking out, you're itching, whatever. Food allergies could be gas, heartburn, indigestion, okay, diarrhea, nausea. All of those things is your body trying to communicate with you. I don't like that. Please don't eat it again. But you're like, oh, but my tongue really likes it. Your tongue is not in alignment with your body. Okay? Y'all always the first ones talking about, oh, the tongue has the power of life and death. The power of life and death lies in the tongue, right? Y'all think it's words? I've spoken 1 trillion words in my lifetime, and those words did not kill me. But the food that I was eating was killing me. The food that I was putting on my tongue was killing me. The food that you're putting on your tongue is killing you. Okay? I've never said anything that made me break out in hives. I've never said anything that gave me heartburn. I've never said anything that gave me indigestion. But I've eaten things that have done all those. Okay? So when you consume potatoes, the very first thing that happens is inflammation. The reason is that potato releases a phytotoxin into your bloodstream. What is that potato trying to do? That potato's trying to kill you before you kill it. You are literally, and y'all be the first ones talking about, Hotep be the first one talking about, oh, you're eating dead food. Why would I want to eat live food that is also trying to kill me? A plant is a living thing. It is going to fight back. There are several plants in my house right now that are toxic. That means if my dogs eat them, they're going to get sick. That was another reason I had to put some of these plants high up. Because y'all saw Fats yesterday over there sniffing around the plants. All of a sudden, they're salad eaters. And one day, Fats was eating on that plant back there with the red leaves on it. Threw right up, right in his throw up, were the petals of the plant. These plants, there are so many things on God's green earth, okay, that will hurt you. And y'all have been taught and programmed and brainwashed to believe that if God put it on earth, it's good, we should consume it. That's crazy. That's thinking like a 2-year-old. That's thinking like a 2-year-old. Why you got to childproof your house? Everything that's on this earth has a defense mechanism. Every single living thing on the planet has its own built-in defense mechanism to ensure its survival. Okay. Tomatoes are also nightshades. Dusty hoteps. Hoteps have done more damage to your body than any other person walking the face of this earth. Okay. Nightshade vegetables are potatoes, tomatoes, bell peppers. Okay. Sorrel, tobacco, tomatillos, okra, eggplant. Those are nightshades. Do you know that back in before Jesus times, they were using nightshade vegetables to poison people to death? They were using tomatoes to kill you. Do you know that if you don't store your potatoes correctly, they will kill you? Do you know that if you eat an overripe potato, it will kill you? Did y'all know that? The minute you look at that potato and you can see a tinge of green, that's solanine. That's poison. Why y'all think back in the day people had root cellars? Let me explain something to you. Again, the foods list and the book is for weight loss. There are hardly any calories in okra. But guess what okra is going to do? It is going to cause inflammation in your body. There is a difference between weight loss and healing. There's a lot of foods on that foods list that are going to jack you up because you have a very individual body with its own wear and tear. Your body is unlike anybody else's body on this planet. Okay? Only you know what your body is going through. Yes, all 4 blood types have a different gut microbiome, but all bodies have different wear and tear, different situations it's been through, different levels of stress that it deals with. You are an individual person. Okay? I know my body better than anybody else on this planet. A doctor is not going to know more about my body than I do. And if y'all paid attention to how your body reacts after you eat, then you would know that you shouldn't be eating no okra. Rule of thumb, the things that you love are the things that hate you. The things that y'all love are the things that are at the root of your illnesses. The things that y'all love don't love you back. Ooh, thank you. They don't love you back, boo-boo. Y'all are in whole unrequited relationships with food. And then you're wondering why you're sick. Okay? So even though this is why listening to what I'm telling you can sometimes go against that foods list because I've researched what the foods do in your body. There is a difference between you concentrating on eating 1,200 calories today. Okay? Sweet potatoes are very low in calories, but you consistently eating sweet potatoes is going to take your kidneys out because they're very high in oxalates and potassium. So you have to think outside of weight loss. Everybody, they have literally programmed us to not give a damn about our health as long as we're skinny. They have programmed us to believe that skinny equals healthy. My mother was very skinny when she stroked out at 41. My brother was very skinny when he stroked out at 28. Okay? Skinny does not equate to healthy. That is a myth that needs to be dispelled. There's a lot of big backs that are way healthier than y'all. Because as far as I see, it's a whole bunch of skinny people croaking the fuck out. And the shock that y'all experience is, oh my God, he just looks so healthy. I thought he was healthy because he was skinny. The minute somebody skinny dies, you're like, what? So shocking. Is it though? Is it though? Because you got a bunch of skinny hoteps walking around right now with bad skin wearing them crocheted shirts and shit. Them mofos are not healthy. They're not. They've just gotten so entrenched in that lifestyle that they can't backtrack. They've gotten so entrenched in that lifestyle that they can't course correct. So they just gonna ride it out, which is nuts. Okay? So white and sweet potatoes, y'all cannot have. You want to know why your hair is thinning? You want to know why you got endometriosis? You want to know why you keep having yeast infections and H. pylori and staph and E. coli and all these thyroid issues? Because you're eating potatoes. What else? Black pepper. Black pepper is another thing that is not good for you. I haven't had black pepper in 3 years. I don't even remember what black pepper tastes like. But as a blood type A, y'all cannot have no black pepper. As a matter of fact, none of us can have black pepper because it is bad for everyone's gut. And your gut is what runs the show in your body. What else? Navy beans, kidney beans, lima beans. Again, y'all have a whole bunch of vegan influencers out here pushing y'all into eating all these beans. Beans are not good for none of us. As a blood type O, y'all can only have like 2 beans. As a blood type B, y'all can only have like 2 beans. As a blood type AB, we can't have no beans. I think we can have like white beans or something very basic. What's up, dude? Hello. What's up, Fat Daddy? You okay? Fats needs a little attention. You need a little attention. Yes, Juju. Yes, Juju. Another thing is whey protein shakes. Blood type A and blood type O can never have whey protein shakes. Why? Because you guys cannot have dairy foods. They said, hi, Fats. He done left. He went down the steps. Chickpeas and coconut oil. And y'all can't even have no coconut oil. Leave them black beans alone, Miss Evelyn. Miss Evelyn, are you a blood type A? Because I don't know if you answered me last time. You try to stick with the list and the neutral list. Why are you on the neutral list? Why are you eating off the neutral list? Let me explain something to y'all. There's absolutely no purpose in eating off the neutral list. What are you eating on the neutral list, Miss Evelyn? Chicken? Turkey? That's like putting your car in neutral, expecting your car to go somewhere. Like, what is the purpose of you eating if it's not benefiting your body? What is the actual purpose? So you're eating for shits and giggles? So you're eating for entertainment? I know you're blood type A, Mark. What's the purpose? Every meal that I eat serves the purpose of medicine. There's no other purpose. There's only 2 reasons for eating food. That is fuel and medicine. Okay? Stick with the tofu, ma'am. Just stick with the tofu. You can make tofu taste like turkey. Y'all must be doing it wrong. Another thing that's making all that bad bacteria in your gut is oranges. Turkey's on the neutral list. Y'all need to mind your business. Mind your business. Your business is healing your body. Okay? You cannot heal your body eating off the neutral list. Okay? Do not do in life, period. Do not do anything that doesn't benefit you. I mean, what's the purpose? In order for you to heal your body up, you're going to have to become very selfish and self-centered. I know, I know you're a blood type A, Mark. You're going to have to become very selfish and self-centered. Don't let anybody tell you that being selfish and self-centered is bad. The only reason they make y'all think that being selfish and self-centered is bad is because they want to take advantage of you. Okay? You should not be doing anything that does not benefit you directly. That includes the food that you eat. Okay? Hold on now. How do we turn it around for blood type A? How do we improve your life? What is the number one thing? No, I'm a blood type AB. I'm blood type AB. So I'm part A and part B. But a lot of the stuff that blood type A benefits from, I also benefit from. Like tofu. The number one thing you should be eating as a blood type A is tofu. It's a lot of discipline being a type A and that stress. What I think is happening, Miss Evelyn, is that you're minding somebody else's business. You wouldn't know how stressful it was if you weren't paying attention to somebody else's food list. If you don't know what's going on with somebody else, how can that be stressful to you? Comparison is the thief of joy. I don't give a fuck what anybody else is eating. I live in a house with people that don't share my blood type, and I don't care. It's not my business. Jordan makes his food. I make my food. Period. Okay? I don't sit back like, oh, this is so stressful. Food is not supposed to be for your enjoyment. It is supposed. Do you think that your car is sitting around trying to have a good time when you put some gas in it? You think your car's like, oh, I cannot wait for this gas to get in. Woo! Boy, I'm going to kick it. I'm a party. Your car is like, I just need gas so I can go do what you need me to do. That's how y'all have to start thinking about food. Mark, my friend Mark said, anyone want to know if she's real? I've known Tracy when she was at her highest weight. Roses, boy. My boobs was out to here. I was wearing a size 22, 24. Okay? My face did not look like this at all. You want me to show you? I'll show you. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I will show you. I will show you because I ran across some other ones the other day. I was like, ooh, girl. I ran across some of them the other day. Hold on a minute. I will show you some before pictures. If I can find a folder. I hate the way they just did. Oof. Woof. Woof. Look at this. Look at it. Look at them boobs. I cannot figure out where this camera is. Man, listen. Ooh. Ooh. This is when I knew you, Mark. Look at this. Ooh. I don't know where this camera is over here on this desktop. Hold on. Because the camera moves. Hold on. Look at that. And the thing about it is, I was 41 on that picture. I'm trying to find the right angle for you guys to see it. Okay, there we go. I was 41 on the picture. Jordan was going to prom. And I'm 56 now. Tell me I didn't look I looked way older. Okay? I looked way older at 41 than exactly. That was 2010. That was 2010. I was at the height of my sarcoidosis and asthma. I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis in 2006. And I dealt with that until 2012, going into 2013. The only way that I healed myself was firing my doctor. Fired my doctor because for 6.5 years, I'm sitting up on these meds. Nothing's improving. Everything's getting worse. I'm just getting bigger. I literally gained 80 pounds in the first year because they put me on them steroids. Okay. And I know that some of y'all are out here taking prednisone and these other steroids that they put you on. But I gained 80 pounds that first year because I was wearing a size 14 when I was diagnosed, a size 12, 14. And I went all the way up to a 22, 24. So me firing that doctor and starting to take those medicinal mushrooms, the medicinal mushrooms is what cured me. Okay. Because sarcoidosis is an inflammatory disease. A lot of y'all think it's an autoimmune disease. It's an inflammatory disease. So you have to deal with the inflammation. I had the same sarcoidosis that Bernie Mac died from. Okay. And I cured myself, and he had all those doctors. That's why his ass ain't here. Okay. Because any former doctor will tell you that a doctor is not going to cure you. That's not their job. It's not what they set out to do. They set out to make you a lifetime patient. They set out to have you on subscription drugs, is what I call them. Okay. It is definitely a subscription because they fill out the prescription the one time and you just keep buying it over and over and over and over and over. Okay. Thank you. But that's what will happen when you start eating only the foods that benefit you. Everything will correct itself because your body has the ability to heal itself, but you are the person standing in the way of your healing. To know what you would really like to eat, it's like not easy. I'm a good weight. It has nothing to do with weight, Evelyn, and that's your problem. You keep focusing on weight. Y'all always say the same thing. Oh, well, I'm at a good size. And it's that has nothing to do with your health. My mother was 118 pounds her whole adult life and still stroked out at the age of 41. She was 5'2", 118. My brother was 6'2", and he was thin and tall and stroked out at 28. It has nothing to do. Y'all have to let that whole thing go. Because I think y'all care more about looking healthy than you actually care about avoiding disease. And another thing that we've been programmed to do is to focus on disease after we have it, rather than focusing on disease prevention. That's the problem. Okay? Because once you have the disease, it's pretty hard to get rid of it. The whole purpose should be avoiding getting diseased at all. Dis-ease means you have an organ that is at dis-ease. So ask yourself, why is my organ at dis-ease? Why is my organ now cancerous? Do you know that you're born with cancer cells? Every single person walking on the face of the earth is born with cancer cells. Why is it that some people trigger cancer and other people don't? Why? Because of what you're eating. Your dad was thin and tall, but he drank sugar water with his dinner. I remember my grandpa used to drink sugar water. Died at age 49. I remember my grandpa used to drink sugar water. Oh, and I abruptly dropped the garbage I was eating days ago on your last live, and good evening. Hi. Good. They don't train us to be proactive. Okay. They train us to expect diabetes because the generation before you had diabetes. So why wouldn't you have it? Right? They literally have programmed us. to believe that disease runs in the family. Like there's nothing you can do about it. So you literally live your entire life expecting one day to go to the doctor and for them to tell you that you have diabetes. Yep. My grandpa used to drink sugar water. I remember. So here's why you and your family have diabetes. Because y'all share blood types and you're eating the same foods. So you're going to trigger the same ailments. Y'all are you're not handing down disease, you're handing down recipes. Why would you eat the same food of the previous generation that has diabetes? Do you think that I'm going to eat anything that my grandma made and my grandma is shooting herself up with insulin in the kitchen? Do you think that I'm going to pass down a recipe from my Aunt Bertha who had her leg cut off because she had diabetes? Do you think I'm going to duplicate them recipes? Yeah, it's not. I just read something to y'all yesterday that literally says your DNA is changing as you speak. Your DNA. And most of your DNA is formed because of your emotions. Your stress will make your DNA chaotic. There's new research that just came out. So y'all thinking that your DNA is stagnant, that it's just, it is what it is. Your level of stress will alter your DNA. Why y'all think I created Chill? Why y'all think I created this? Because 90% of the diseases that you have are exacerbated by stress. You cannot heal your body up when you are constantly filling your bloodstream. You love it. I love it. There's not a day on this planet that I don't have Chill in my system. My sister just started taking it because I sent her a big old box of products. I talked to her today. She sounded so much better. Okay. Your body cannot heal itself up. It's for all blood types. It's for all blood types, Melinda. Just go to the site and get it. Okay. Your body cannot heal itself up when it is stressed out because you're constantly releasing more and more cortisol into your bloodstream, which is then going to inadvertently raise your blood sugar levels. And then, did y'all know that you can trigger diabetes from stress? It's called stress-induced diabetes. So y'all sitting around stressing out and you don't have no idea why you got diabetes or why you're now pre-diabetic. The fastest way to stress yourself out is to put food in your body that ain't supposed to be there. The fastest way. And everybody just, oh, my job is stressful. Guess what? You have a lot of things externally that are stressful, but you've already started the stress by eating the wrong food. So anything that you have going on externally is going to be exacerbated because of what is in your system. You're eating wheat for breakfast. You're literally starting your day off stressful. You're eating a bunch of high fructose corn syrup. You're drinking coffee first thing in the morning. Okay. So you have already stressed yourself out. So anything that you experience on the job is just going to take it to a whole other level. Oh, my kids stress me out. What I don't do is allow anybody to stress me out. Ever. I found myself stressing over this TikTok shit the other day. I just took me a dose of Chill and chilled the fuck out. I'm not letting TikTok stress me out. For what? They're not going to give me my account back. So just go on to the next thing. I had to talk my sister down today. I was like, why are you stressing yourself out over something you don't have no control over? It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. Okay? You stressing yourself out over something you have no control, like all this shit going on in the world. Everybody's stressed out. You know what makes that worse? You know what makes it worse? You eating sandwiches. You eating pizza. You eating pasta. You eating cereal. It makes it worse. Because anytime you eat anything with wheat, it converts your dopamine and your serotonin into anger and aggression hormones. So you're eating a food. You're eating a food that literally converts your happy hormones into anger and aggression hormones. You are eating a food that makes you depressed. Right. What do you expect to change from stressing? You said as a grown woman, I was eating cereal every morning all my life. Woof. Just skyrocketing your blood sugar every day. Okay. So hold on. What are you supposed to be eating as a blood type A? Let's go ahead and dispel some other myths, some other brainwashing and programming we've accepted. The number one thing you're supposed to be eating as a blood type A is soy. Soy, I heard soy is bad. I heard soy has estrogen. But. Let me correct you. Okay. My theory is the reason that they told y'all that soy has estrogen is so you don't look at the chicken that actually has the estrogen. Estrogen is in living things. It's in animals, in mammals. Estrogen. Okay. Soy does not have estrogen. Soy in certain blood types like O and B will mimic the effects of estrogen in your body and trigger your body to raise your estrogen levels. That's why blood type O and blood type B can never have soy. But as a blood type A and a blood type AB, soy does the opposite. Okay. All of the underlying problems that you have as a blood type A is because you are protein malnourished. You do not have enough protein. Even if you are eating protein, because you don't have enough stomach acid to break it down so that your body can extract the minerals and the nutrients that it needs, you're not getting any benefit from beef and pork and crustaceans, which is lobster and crab, shellfish. Your body cannot break those things down. You can't have no shrimp. You can't be out here eating those seafood boils. Okay? Blood type A is predisposed to heart disease. The number one killer in America is heart disease. The number one killer in America is heart disease. Guess who has more heart disease than every other group in America? Take a big wild guess. Which group in America has more heart disease than everyone else? Black women. I'm borderline. So far, I'm really trying to do my best. I do have soy and, well, soy milk. I'm not a coffee drinker. Ma'am, do better. You're not doing your best. You're not. I don't know if no one is telling you that, but I'll tell you. I don't mind being the bad guy. You're not doing your best, because when people say I'm doing my best and you know that you're doing the wrong shit, that's not doing your best. You're 76, so you're still alive. You're using your age as an excuse? I don't care how old you are. If you don't want to be sick and in pain, then you need to do better. Because again, what is the point of being alive if every day that you're alive, you're in pain? Every day that you're alive, you can't do nothing. Every day that you're alive, the only thing that you have to look forward to is going to the doctor. What's the point? That was how my grandma lived. That was how my grandpa lived. And what I've always said was, I don't want to be them. I don't want to wake up in the morning and my entire day is around The Young and the Restless or The Price is Right and watching the evening news. And then I just go to bed and I haven't left the house. I haven't accomplished anything. I haven't done anything. You're just waiting to die. I don't want to be that person. This is why I go bowling 3 times a week. Okay. This is why I have hobbies and activities. Okay. Because I don't want to be that person. Miss Evelyn, you're requiring way too much of my time. I'm not here for just your personal consultation. Okay. I said what I said. If you do not like what I said, that is perfectly okay with me. A lot of people are never called on their bullshit. If anybody's going to call you on your bullshit, it's going to be me. The reason I don't have a problem calling you on your bullshit is because I don't care if you like me or not. That was not a requirement for my assignment. Okay? I'm going to say what nobody else is going to say to you. But the people that I've said the shit to have healed themselves. They didn't like it in the beginning. Trust me, nobody likes me in the beginning. Y'all don't like me until y'all start getting some fucking results. Y'all don't like me until 3 days in. Y'all don't like me until 3 days in. And you're like, okay, that mean lady on the internet had a point. Okay. You said not true. I remember all y'all in the beginning. Y'all was all like, what? I don't know. That sounds so crazy to me. 3 days in, you're like, that lady on the internet, maybe she was right. I'll just be waiting. I'll be waiting for y'all to come back on the 7th day. Like, okay, I did lose 10 pounds of inflammation. You were right. What's up, dude? What's up? What you doing, Max? Come here. Come and say hi to everybody. Come here. If you're going to come over here, you got to get on camera now. Why are you looking at me like that? Come here. You better come here. You better come and say hi to everybody. You better come. Francis was looking at me with the squinty eyes like, I didn't like that expression at all. Why are you looking at me like that? Let me tell y'all about this tofu. Okay? Tofu will completely change your life. I know. You've heard so many rumors. Let me put it to you this way. You've heard so many rumors about foods that you love. The rumors were all lies. You heard that milk was great for you. You heard that oranges were great for you. You heard that this was great for you. Chicken was great for you. All the shit that y'all believe is good for you is the complete opposite. So now I'm telling you something that you thought was bad for you was actually your saving grace. Ask yourselves why it is that they told you the opposite. Why would they tell you that chicken is good when you know damn well chicken is bad for all of us? They know exactly what chicken does in our body. They know exactly what it does. They know exactly what these grains do in our bodies. Yet they push these grains on us. They came out with a whole food pyramid to sell us grains. When they know what the grains do. They know they alter your hormones. They know they cause inflammation in your body. They know that they're going to trigger illnesses in your body. They know it. Yet they keep pushing it on you. How many chicken restaurants is in your neighborhood? 55% of the U.S. population benefits from red meat only. There's not one blood type that benefits from chicken. Not one. Yeah, it should make you angry. It should. Knowing that somebody has lied to us our entire lives, you should be angry. Okay? She had me when she said steak. Did you say steak? Soy is the steak for blood type A. Okay? The first time y'all eat some tofu, your body's going to be like, thank God. The very first time y'all eat some tofu, your body's going to be like, finally. The same reaction blood type O's get from eating that first steak is the same reaction your body's going to have when you eat that tofu. Same one. Okay? And I want y'all to be excited about it. I know that it's such a foreign thing. Tofu has never been marketed to us. It always just seemed like this fringe thing. Okay? But I have a 10-minute tutorial pinned on my Instagram and my TikTok. I think it's now also on this YouTube channel. It will teach you everything you need to know about tofu, the different firmness, how to cook it, all that. But also, TikTok is an Asian app. There are so many tofu recipes on TikTok and Instagram. Okay? And plus, I have 3 different recipe books for each blood type. So when y'all go over to the website and get your foods list, also get your recipe books. Okay? Also, another thing that blood type A benefits from is you guys benefit from 25 different fish. 25 different fish. Cod, halibut, red snapper, snails, sardines. Some of y'all may not be ready for the snails, but my African friends know I love a snail. Okay? But there should be no reason that your body should be lacking. Y'all don't, you'll benefit from salmon. Okay? I made me a big old salmon fillet last night. I had me some salmon and some cabbage. Okay? Y'all benefit from 3 different types of salmon. There never should have been a time. Snails taste like, I always like peppered snails. There's peppered snails that they sell that they make in Nigeria. So they're spicy, but the texture, it's a very firm texture. I think you guys should try it. First of all, snail kills breast cancer. Even if y'all just got some, you eating some salmon and green beans, I might have leftovers tonight. Oh, I think I got some broccoli. I'm going to eat some broccoli. Snails kill breast cancer. I bet they didn't tell y'all that. Sure do. Sure do. Even if y'all just got some snail mucin and rubbed it on your skin, that's what I would do. You had some beef marrow soup? That sounds good. Even if y'all just got some snail mucin and rubbed it on your skin, because you know anything that you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream. That's why I use either apricot oil or papaya oil or carrot oil when I get out of the shower. That's what, I don't use any lotion or anything on my skin. Snails. Have y'all ever heard of escargot? Do y'all know they sell escargot at the Walmart? The last time I made some snails, I made escargot. It was just some butter, some garlic, some mozzarella cheese, and put in the oven. And that's it. Escargot. That's what snails are. That's what snails are. But look on Pinterest. There's plenty of snail things on there. I don't shop at Walmart. I just know that when I was in California and I looked on Instacart, they had it on the web, on the Instacart app. It's in a can. But you can also get them from the Asian market. They sell them frozen at the Asian market. But look on Pinterest, you'll see. Okay. What is going to thin out y'all's blood? Because you know a lot of blood type A's are on blood thinners. Your doctor is quick to put y'all on blood thinners. Your doctor knows that your blood is thick. They just be waiting for y'all to come in with some blood clots so they can put y'all on the blood thinners for the rest of your life. But there are natural ways to thin out your blood. The number one way to thin out your blood is to drink more water. In order for y'all to avoid being on blood thinners, all you had to do was drink more water. You know what else? Lemons. Ever since I started watching you, you have changed my life. I'm 27 years old with 3 babies under 7, and you were God sent, and I have to be healthy for my kids. Oh, Janelle. Well, I'm not going to take credit for changing your life. You put in the work. I'm just here to give you the information. But I'm proud of you. And yes, you do have to be there for your kids. I told my sister that today. My sister's like, I just don't have time to. I was like, listen, let me tell you something. The work and all, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. The work is going to be there. Okay. This is for women. Because moms always feel guilty about taking time for themselves. Okay? Because I told my sister after TikTok took my account with 187,000 people, I just needed a couple of days to work through those emotions. Because what I hate is for somebody to fuck with my work. I hate that. You can fuck with everything else but my dogs and my work and my kid. And that was 3 years of my life that I took, to build that platform, and for them to just say, oh, you're banned because you don't want me telling people this information. Okay. So I told Jordy, I was like, I just need a couple of days. And I was in my room with my blackout curtains, just reading stuff, reading up on YouTube and all this other stuff. And just crying, because I'm a person that believes that you have to work through those emotions or they're going to fester. Okay? You've got to deal with them. So I always give myself 2 days to work through whatever shit I'm going through. On that 3rd day, just like Jesus, I rose again. And now I'm back. So I said that to my sister today. And she was just like, but I don't have the time. I said, Heaven, whatever you leave is going to be right where you left it when you come back. It is raining and windy and shit over here in Vegas. Y'all know how this wind is in March. That work is going to be right where you left it, boo-boo. Okay? That work, that house, whatever laundry needs to be done, that shit's going to be right where you left it when you get back. But if you do not take time for yourself to rest and recover and mourn or whatever it is that you need to do and work through those feelings, it's going to make everything worse. It's going to fester in your body. It's going to play out in some way, shape, or form. And your ass is going to end up sick. That's how it works. A lot of y'all are sick from unresolved feelings. I was like that for a long time. I just used to just suck it down because I had to go to work. I'm a single mom. I got to raise my kid. Da, 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 da. You will end up fucking sick. It will overload your immune system and make you vulnerable to illness. I don't give a damn what anybody else thinks about y'all. You must lay your ass down. If you need to take a nap, lay your ass down and take a fucking nap. Don't y'all let nobody make y'all feel guilty for resting. Don't y'all let nobody make y'all feel guilty for healing yourself. Don't y'all let nobody make y'all feel guilty for none of that shit. You don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe nobody nothing. No explanations, no excuses, no nothing. I need this time. This is my time. Reclaiming my time. I don't give a damn what nobody think. Okay? You said it was a blessing in disguise because you need your own platform. You're right. And I was letting that need for music hold me back. But now I have 2 new podcast episodes from yesterday and today. And I'm going to upload those, and then I'm going to add them to Apple and Spotify, and we'll get that thing moving. Okay? I figured it was me being comfortable. And the universe will find a way to kick you out of your comfort zone in order for you to go to your next level. So, but accepting it is different than knowing it. So I just take a couple of days to just accept the inevitable so that when I do start up again, I come into it with a cheerful heart. You think it's better without the music? I think the music was kind of distracting too. Okay. But I'm not having a bad time. I don't miss the music. I thought I would. So if y'all start your day with lemon water as a blood type A, start your day with lemon water, because blood type A, and let me know if you guys experience this. You guys have a lot of mucus. I'm also A. I'm AB. Okay. All those times being kicked off of wards. It was coming. It was coming. I'm not that surprised. Okay. Y'all hear the rain on my windowsill? I feel like Missy Elliott. Y'all hear that? Fat, you see Fats. Look at Fats. Look at this guy. He's like, what the hell is going on? Look, I don't think y'all can see Fats. He's like, what is that noise? I hope it doesn't start thundering and lightning, because he hates that. He's growling. He's growling. You like the new look and the angle? I'm getting used to it. It's backwards. I'm trying to find a way to switch the view, because I still haven't oriented myself to the view being flipped. So it's wild. You said wherever I go, you're going? Well, I'm going to be here for now. I'm going to be here for now. But as a blood type A, you guys accumulate a lot of mucus, because mucus literally protects your immune system. And because blood type A has a naturally weaker immune system, that is why you create more mucus. It literally is your defense mechanism. Okay? So please stop buying into the hoteps trying to sell you some loose herbs to get rid of the mucus in your body, when that's only one of the 2 defense mechanisms you actually have. Y'all, this is why all those people were ending up in the hospital from drinking freaking duck flour. That was a trend all over TikTok about a year or 2 ago. Since I start to consume grains, I don't know what you're saying, Troy. Type it again. I can't figure out what you're telling us. When you lean in, it looks like you're about to tell us a secret. Well, mucus is your body's defense mechanism. So if you have, as a blood type O, if you're creating mucus, it's because you're eating something you're not supposed to be eating. Okay. With blood type A, mucus is a natural thing because they have a weaker immune system. But with blood type O, if you're creating mucus, it's because you're not eating right. It's not a natural thing for you. So please don't eat no dairy, because you're not supposed to consume dairy at all. Okay. But as a blood type A, here's why the lemon water is so beneficial to you guys. The water and the lemon will thin out your blood, but hey girl, hey Lynn, the water and the lemon will thin out your blood, but it also will break up that mucus so that it flushes away and you can release it through your bowel movements. Okay. Something else is going on in your body that if you're accumulating a bunch of mucus, something else is going on. Okay. Should bees have lemon and lime water as well? Everybody benefits from lemon water. It's just that A's benefit the most. Lime is okay, but lemon's better. They're not the same. I don't know why y'all think lemons and limes are interchangeable, because they're not. They taste similar, but blood type, lemons have more vitamin C than limes do. So the lemons are way more beneficial for you than the limes are. I love limes. I always have a bag of limes. As an O with asthma, I had mucus build up in the morning before I started eating for my blood type. Now I don't. Lemon water works well. You thought that O's did not benefit from lemons? I think it's on you guys' neutral list, but because there are so many benefits to lemons, I suggest you should do it. Because just go look at the benefits of lemons. Okay. Another thing that will help is pineapple. Pineapple also thins out your blood. I promise you, pineapple is the most slept on fruit in the world. So not only is pineapple anti-parasitic, meaning it kills and binds up parasites in your system, but it also thins out your blood as a blood type A. Pineapple is literally the healthiest fruit on the planet. You can make pineapple tea. You can blend up your pineapple. You can juice your pineapple. You can eat it whole. I love pineapple tea. That's one of my new favorite things. Just taking the rinds. Don't throw your rinds away. Make sure you thoroughly clean your pineapple. So when you cut the rinds off, you can boil them. And what I like to do is I have some fermented honey and garlic in the refrigerator. So I like to add those to the water as well. One time I put some blueberries in there too. And it's the bomb. Pineapple tea. So you can use the whole pineapple. And don't ever throw away the center part of your pineapple, because that's where all of the benefits are. Put that in the pot with your tea. Or what I do is I blend it up and drink it, because that's where all the bromelain is. You just boiled some yesterday. I got to do mine today. I'll do mine tonight. Pineapple is the bomb. You like listening to me? It keeps you on track. Good. Miss Evelyn, I love you. So hold on. You know what else will thin out your blood as a blood type A? Blueberries, blackberries, green tea. Y'all know I drink a pot of green tea every day. Every day. I don't care if I'm coming on the live or not. I drink a pot of green tea. Yeah, don't throw none of your pineapple away. Oh my gosh, I want some collard greens so bad I just don't feel like making them. I haven't even bought. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta order some from Restaurant Depot tomorrow. I'm glad you guys keep coming back, because y'all learn something different every time. Y'all learn something different from me every time y'all come on here. It's never the same live twice. Okay? Y'all need to start drinking green tea in the morning. Like, instead of you trying to drink coffee, and green tea is either the caffeinated or caffeinated. I always drink the decaf. Okay? But make a habit of drinking green tea. What I do is when you go and get your foods list and you have the beverage section, you'll see all of the teas that you benefit from. I put all my teas in this pot. Okay? I put all my teas in the pot together and brew it together so that I can get as many beneficial teas in my system every day as possible. You're welcome. So my tea supply, my detox teas are still sitting in customs. They've been in customs for 5 weeks now because of your boy. So that's another thing I'm not stressing myself out about. I don't know you. Why are you asking to come up on my live? I don't know you. You know what else thins out your blood? Olive oil, flaxseed oil, and walnut oil. Okay. Vanilla chai. I love vanilla chai tea. I can't drink it because chai tea is black tea. So don't make a habit of that. Don't make a habit of that. Okay. Black tea will give you kidney stones. Everyone benefits from green tea. Okay. I got a pot and I have it on my desk, just like telling you, I drink so much damn tea between tea and water. My water is always. Did I tell y'all about that hydrogen water? Those hydrogen water things I have? Y'all know I'm a gadget person. I have these 2 hydrogen water bottles that hydronize your water. Because apparently hydrolyzed water is anti-inflammatory and heals the body and all this stuff. So I think I've had them now for like a month. It's called, let me show you a picture of it. It's called Evolve, but I got 2 of them. I ordered them off of Instagram. I found them on Instagram, but I will show you what they look like. Uh-oh, Fats is going to be playing with his ball. Fats is playing with his ball. You having a good time, Bubba? Come here. So, oh, what? This is what they look like. What, Fats? So you put the water in, and there's a 4-minute setting and a 9-minute setting. I'm trying to get this camera to adjust. There's a 4-minute setting and a 9-minute setting to hydrolyze the water. And I don't know what it's supposed to do, but I like it. So I just drink my 2 bottles of water in the morning, and I've been doing that for the last 30 days, and it works. Okay. You said that the post office is back. Yes, it is backed up. Yes, it is backed up. And for several days, they were doing maintenance on their website. So you couldn't even, like when I was trying to send out the tea, we couldn't even enter the tea into the system to do the postage and stuff, because every time Jordan went to the USPS site, they were doing maintenance on it. You couldn't even check the tracking numbers. So I don't know if they're going to be trying to privatize the post office. You know, they've been trying to work on that for a while. They've been trying to privatize the post office for a minute. So I would not be surprised if that's what's happening. But I know that my tea is sitting in customs. This is what happens when you fire everybody. People have to do the job. Who gonna do the job? You're laying off the people that do the jobs. Anywho, how do you make your gut bacteria super happy? What are the foods that make your gut bacteria happy? Let me explain bacteria to y'all for a second. Okay. Our bodies have trillions of bacteria, trillions, and several hundred different strains. Those different bacteria carry out different processes in the body. For some reason, somebody has told y'all that this bacteria, you need to be trying to get rid of bacteria in your body. We have more bacteria in our bodies than we actually have human cells. Okay? We have more bacteria than we actually have human cells. So what is really running your body is your body's bacteria. you continue to eat foods that your body's bacteria hates. When you are feeding your body food that your body's bacteria hates, that is what triggers disease in your body. Okay? Most of the diseases that you guys suffer from starts in your gut. 70% of our body's immune system is in our gut. Most of our hormones are housed in our gut. Your gut runs your entire body. Okay? So, what foods are going to make your gut bacteria happy? Do y'all remember what I said makes your gut bacteria angry? Potatoes. Potatoes make everybody's gut bacteria mad. Potatoes. Blood type A can never have any type of potato. Sorry. What makes it happy though is escarole, dandelion, dandelion, for example. Put your dandelion tea in with your green tea. Onions make O's happy. Onions make O's happy. But put your dandelion tea in with your green tea. Okay. Also chard, rapini, which is broccoli rabe, fava beans, prunes, and silver dollar mushrooms. Start adding a couple of prunes to your diet every day. Do not sit and eat a bag of prunes, please. Okay? Just 2 little prunes a day is fine. Do not make the mistake of eating a bag of prunes. You were looking for dandelion yesterday? It's amazing that they made us hate dandelions in our yard when we could have been boiling that years ago. You could have been boiling those little yellow dandelion that were in everybody's yard years ago. Because that's what it is. But if you can't regulate the dandelion growing in somebody's yard, why would you tell them it's healthy? If y'all can't make no money off of it, why would you tell them it's healthy? Right? So that is it for blood type A. I think we're going to stop there because we've been on here for 2.5 hours. I don't want to keep y'all on here for no 5 hours. Okay. Tomorrow's bowling day, but Saturday I'll be here. Okay. Tomorrow's bowling day. Jordy's pissed off at me that I did not go Tuesday. I did not go yesterday, and I did not go today. So I've got to get back on track with the bowling. He's downstairs cleaning our balls as we speak. I know that sounds crazy. I like prunes too, but they don't benefit me. I would love to eat some prunes. I like them, but they don't benefit me. Plums do, but prunes don't. So that's wild. So if you do not have your foods list, can y'all please put in the comments where they should go for their foods list? You can go to brewitbaby.com. Okay, brewitbaby.com. You can get your foods list. You can get your recipe books. You can get your support supplements. Okay, I have several bundles with 3 products that will help support your healing for whatever ailments you have. So if you got high blood pressure, thyroid problems, kidney problems, respiratory issues and all that, I put together some bundles so you guys will have an easier time getting the support supplements that you need. We also have a 3 for $99 section that has 99 products in it. So whatever you want to mix and match, you get 3 products for $99. Okay. We always have 3 products for $99. I love you too. I love you too. Okay. So go get your foods list. Only eat the beneficial foods. Do not eat no potatoes. So I'm going to go get me some food and start working on the book. Now that I know the format that I'm going to put the book in, I want to be done with it by the end of the month. So I'm putting, a few hours into it every day. But telling you, those 2 days that I took for myself was what I needed to, because I had gotten to the point where I was dreading this. I was dreading going on TikTok every day. I really was. Okay. Y'all know that. Them people was driving me nuts. I wouldn't do no chia seeds. You need to go look at the videos of people who's growing chia pets in their stomach. Why can't y'all just eat regular food? What are you doing with the chia seeds? What you doing with the chia seeds? Y'all gonna have to stop with all these fads and trends and shit. You don't need no fucking chia seeds. Okay? Like, y'all have never seen a chia pet? Y'all have not seen where people are literally growing chia pets in their intestines? Chia. That's a real thing, friends. Y'all kill me out here just eating shit. Y'all don't even know what it is. You don't know what it's gonna do. You just, it's a trend. TikTok, everybody's eating chia pudding. Chia pudding.
It hailed outside.
Yes, I'm serious. You said what?
It hailed.
It was hailing? I was wondering why it was so heavy. So
yeah, it was hailing.
Hail in Nevada.
It's about the size of those little Orbeez.
What? So it was hailing. That's why I thought it was rain. Go look it up. Go look it up. I don't have to. The reason I don't have to make nothing up is because fact is stranger than fiction. I don't have to make up nothing about no chia seeds, because I had bought some chias and then I looked it up and I was like, no, thank you. I threw them right in the trash. Only cost me like $1, so I didn't care. Nope, I'm not going to be sitting around making no chia seed pudding and the overnight chia seeds and all that other shit. That is another weight loss gimmick. It's supposed to get so full. Listen to how they be marketing to you. It makes you feel so full that you don't want to eat anything. Well, yeah, you got a whole plant growing in your stomach. Where are you going to have room for the food? You got a whole plant growing in your stomach. Did y'all look up the parasite video from Grey's Anatomy? Like I told you to yesterday? Make sure y'all go look up the parasite video from Grey's Anatomy. You're on YouTube. You may as well just look it up before you go. While you're over on the website, y'all might want to get y'all some parasite cleanse. We have several detox products. Y'all gonna have to get rid of them worms. The reason that you crave sugar, the reason that you crave carbs is because you have a whole colony of worms living comfortably and rent-free in your intestines. Oh, you're going to Hawaii next month? No, I'm not flying anywhere right now. No, not the one when he was in the ambulance, the one with the girl that had worms. Just type in Grey's Anatomy and worms on TikTok. It'll come up. Just type in Grey's Anatomy and worms. I am not traveling anywhere while they are trying to lay off some damn air traffic controllers. No, thank you. If I can't drive to Hawaii, I'm not going. No, thank you. And one of Jordan's best friends lives over there. I can't do it. I'll wait till 2028, 2029. I'm fine. I'll be right here in Vegas. So I will see you guys back here on Saturday. I'm going to try to come on earlier on Saturday. Yeah, you can get worm? Yes. You can get worms from people. Don't keep blaming the dogs and the cats. You can shake somebody's hand. You can touch something after a person with parasites. You can get parasites from fish, from pork. You stop eating chicken, how you feel? I bet you feel fantastic, don't you? Don't keep blaming the dogs and the cats. You can get parasites from the people you sleep with. Okay? This is why I don't be shaking hands. I'll fist bump you out. High estrogenic foods will be chicken, sir. The highest estrogenic food you are going to consume is chicken. Chicken has 100 times the level of estrogen in its little body than you have in your whole grown adult body. And chickens have the exact same sex hormones that humans have. Bless you. Bless you, Link Bink. You okay? You okay, Bubba? Hi. Hi, guy. Hi, little guy. Chickens have the exact same sex. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hi. Chickens have the exact same sex hormones that humans have. You okay? You hungry? You need some food? Did you eat today? Did you eat today? You just want a snack, don't you? You want a snack? I'm coming. Give me a second to sign off. I'll get you a snack. Okay? Yes. Go look it up. And black men and black women have more estrogen in our blood than all the other blood types. And when a man's estrogen is high, that triggers type 2 diabetes and prostate cancer in his body. So if I were you, sir, I would stop eating. What's your blood type anyway, Troy? Do you know what your blood type is? If I were you, I would stop eating at Rick Ross's Big Titty Chicken Shack. Why would y'all eat chicken from a man that has bigger boobs than me? Have y'all ever asked yourselves that? Why are you eating? This guy. That man's boobs is bigger than mine. That didn't give you a clue? He's serving you chicken and liquor. Do you know that liquor also raises your estrogen? Oats, soy, chicken, liquor, stress, and if your liver's not working properly. That's how you get high estrogen. You never eat chicken again? Good. Trust. No blood type benefits from chicken. Not one. Not one. And if chicken was so healthy for us, the way they made us believe, why isn't it beneficial? Why do ladies have fibroids? Chicken. Why do ladies have PCOS? Chicken. Why are 50 million people in America suffering from at least one autoimmune disease? Chicken. Soy question mark? I don't understand. Is that a question? Listen, just because you put a question mark at the end of it doesn't make it a question. If you are a blood type O and a blood type B, you can never have soy. If you are a blood type A and a blood type AB, you benefit from soy. Alcohol is bad. Most alcohol is made from corn. Do you know what happens when you eat corn? It stops your body from making insulin. Okay? And the thing is, y'all are eating soy all the time. If you eat a Chick-fil-A, you're eating soy because they fry all of their food in soybean oil. If you're eating at Popeyes, you're eating soy because they fry all of their stuff in soybean oil. Most of the fast food places that y'all eat at fry in soybean oil or their food contains soy. Your Hidden Valley Ranch has soy in it. Your Ezekiel bread is made with soybeans. Do you know what your blood type is, Miss Maria? For the people that's always like, soy is so bad for you, y'all are eating soy on a daily basis. Y'all just didn't read the labels. Do you know what your blood type is, ma'am? Hey, how you doing? Okay. That's what's happening. Putting sugar and soy, corn, and wheat into everything. You benefit from soy. Okay. You're welcome. Get you some tofu. Go watch the tofu tutorial, the soy tutorial that I have on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. It's a 10-minute tutorial. You'll know everything you need to know about tofu, but tofu is going to change your life. Okay. Nope. Soy doesn't have estrogen. Only animals have estrogen. Cows, chickens, humans. Soy, if you are the wrong blood type, mimics estrogen. It doesn't have estrogen. Okay. The thing that has estrogen that no one told you is the chicken. Listen, let me explain something to y'all. Everything that you think is bad because they made you believe it's bad. Y'all are blood type O's and walking around thinking that beef is bad because they told you that beef was bad. Beef is the only thing that keeps y'all healthy as a blood type O. They told you that tofu and soy was so bad and it will literally keep you alive as a blood type A and a blood type AB. So trust and believe we're all being manipulated by. Why would your doctor tell you to not eat red meat but to eat chicken? Why would your doctor tell you to stop eating salt if your blood pressure's high? I never said soy has too much estrogen. That's not something that comes out of my mouth. Okay? I said chicken. Why would your doctor tell you to stop eating salt if you have high blood pressure? If you stop eating salt, it makes your blood pressure high. You not eating salt is what makes you insulin resistant. Insulin resistance is what raises your blood pressure. Your doctor knows this. Troy, it doesn't matter how much sea moss you suck down, sir. If you're still eating the wrong foods, it's not going to do anything. Black men love to talk about some sea moss. If your PP is not working, sir, it's because you're eating chicken. I don't care how much sea moss you suck down every day. Don't y'all think it's weird that men have erectile dysfunction in their 30s? Your PP not working was something that happened to you in your 60s. Why are 30-year-old men having dysfunctional penises? Because y'all are consuming more chicken than you ever have in history. That's why. You 30 years old and you need a blue pill from your doctor? Y'all are going to have to start connecting these dots. Y'all are going to have to start connecting these dots. Ask yourself why you have all of these chicken restaurants in your neighborhood, but no beef restaurants. Where your steakhouses at? Where your steakhouses at? Where they at? But chicken's on every corner. Hey, Jenny. Chicken's on every corner. Because they know exactly what chicken does in our body. They know it raises your estrogen, which is going to trigger autoimmune diseases. Diabetes is an autoimmune disease. If you go on the National Institutes of Health and start researching everything about chicken. At this point, I'm boycotting TikTok because they closed down my account. So I'm not going to keep playing with them. Okay? I'm going to keep posting, but I'm going to go live over here. So, chew on that. If y'all want to start going down these rabbit holes, the place to start is the National Institutes of Health. before they take it offline, because that's the next thing that's coming. That's another thing. That's another, yeah, the big account. They banned me. So that's the next thing that's coming offline, because you know they've taken down a lot, the National Archives and all that. I'm pretty sure the National Institutes of Health is coming. Good. If you're trying to heal your body, Lori, I wouldn't follow that book. Okay? The book is for weight loss. Our government does not allow anybody to make a book saying that something's going to cure you. Y'all remember Kevin Trudeau? Do y'all remember late at night there would be Kevin Trudeau selling you that book, Cures They Don't Want You to Know About? You remember that? Y'all know they threw him in jail, right? Even though he wasn't lying, but he was in jail for many years. He just got out of jail like last year. Our government doesn't allow you to say that you are curing anything. Our government. So every book that you see about health out there is usually addressing weight loss. Okay? This book is a weight loss book. But the way that I am instructing y'all, it is to heal your diseases. This is why I got kicked off TikTok. Because what's the point of being skinny if your ass is about to have a stroke? What's the point of being skinny? You still got high blood pressure. What is the point of being skinny and you got diabetes? What's the point? Half of y'all walking around looking real healthy and you got a stomach full of fibroids and endometriosis. Half of y'all done had a hysterectomy, but you look really healthy, right? And then the minute someone dies at 45 and 50, you're like, oh my God, I thought he was so healthy because he was skinny. But it's the skinny people croaking out. It ain't the big backs. I hardly ever see any big backs stroking out. Has anyone noticed that? It's the thin, healthy people. You know who be croaking? Bodybuilders. Ask yourself why these bodybuilders and athletes are dying. You know why? Because they're eating a bunch of chicken. They're eating a bunch of wheat. They're eating Wheaties cereal. That's why. So, I will see you guys back here on Saturday. I don't know what time I'm going to come. I'll probably come early evening on Saturday, okay? But I love y'all. And until then, eat well, okay? Go get your foods list at brewitbaby.com and get your support supplements as well. Goodbye, my friends. I'll see you guys next time. I will. I'll make sure that I take videos. How can we tell? Make sure you subscribe. I think you have to subscribe to get notified. Okay? But I always put out a video telling you when I'm coming. And I usually show up 30 minutes after I'm supposed to be here. I just want y'all to know that that's not just y'all. If I tell Jordan we're leaving here at 4, it's 4:30 when we leave. So if I tell y'all that I'm going to be on here at 4, I'm going to be on here at 4:30. Just add 30 minutes to whatever time I said I was going to be here, okay? That's just me. Don't you say at least. I knew you was going to say something. I'll see y'all on Saturday. Bye. I knew you was going to chime up. Bye, girl.